Hello, lovely people of the world.
Magandang araw sa inyong lahat.
안녕하세요, 여러분.
Ahlan wa sahlan.
Sarah.
Justin.
What are we doing today?
Well, today we're gonna do a Q&A segment. I know that a lot of you have asked us a bunch of questions over the past few months, and we didn't want you guys to think that those questions have gone unheard. So although there were a lot of questions, we'll do our very best to answer as many as we can that we had found on the comment section. So here we go. We're gonna do Q&A. Did I say that already? Next vlog, we'll probably do a couples challenge.
I have no idea what we're doing.
Yeah, we have no idea what we're gonna do. So if you guys have any suggestions, please feel free to place your comments in the comment section below. Let us know what you'd like to see. We'll do our very best to cater to your requests.
Jojo Joe asked, are there a lot of Filipinos living in Dubai?
Thank you for your comment, Jojo Joe. Mixed religions, I mean people with mixed religions living in Dubai. It's just majority of the country is Muslim. Not everybody in Dubai is Muslim. There are churches there. There are temples as well, actually, for Hindus and Buddhists as well.
I think this person is asking whether it's legally allowed.
If it wasn't legally allowed, there wouldn't be churches set up. There wouldn't be established temples. My best friend, Ranjai, who had gotten married there, did get married at a church, and that was a legally binding marriage as well. So yeah, definitely lots of Christians legally allowed to practice their religions as long as they don't disturb the Muslim ways of prayer. You had said you grew up in the Philippines, so we are surprised to see that you have so many Filipino childhood friends living in Dubai. I did not grow up in the Philippines. If you had seen our past videos, I said that I was born and raised in Dubai. I grew up there all the way until I hit the age of 17. My sister and I had migrated to the Philippines for college only. So we only went to the Philippines and stayed there for 5 years to finish and acquire our nursing degree as well as our nursing license. So once we're done with college there and we have been registered as a nurse, that's when we migrated to Canada. And that's why I have many Filipino childhood friends living in Dubai.
Teresa Stevens asked, you guys are so cute. What are the ingredients of the Fluke?
Fluke I took. It knocked me right out. Just one tablet is all it took. It knocked me right out in Dubai. I was pretty much, according to Justin, stoned.
So what's the ingredient that knocks you out?
Okay, so I did my research. First, let me tell you what each tablet contains. According to the box here, it says it contains oh boy, here we go. Bear with me, y'all. It contains salicylamide, 250 milligrams of that, paracetamol, 200 milligrams, promethazine, hydrochloride, 5 milligrams, and phenylephrine, hydrochloride, 5 milligrams. So I think the main ingredient that I looked up is promethazine. Goodness, y'all, don't try to get stoned out there, okay? So yeah, promethazine, I believe, when I did my research, it looks like that was what knocked me right out.
Louis BC asked, Sarah, are you ever going to take Justin to Philippines?
Hey, of course I'm gonna take Justin to the Philippines.
And I'm
we
gonna
were
take
discussing.
her, and I'm gonna take her to Korea.
Sure he is. We were discussing that at sometime, I don't know, 2019 possibly? Don't quote us on this. It's either 2019 or 2020, but we're hoping to go to the Philippines as well as Korea, all in the same trip, right? Sometime during those years. But we will let you guys know. We'll keep you posted before we go in case you guys are interested to meet up with us. Don't know if that's ever gonna happen. Mom is from Pangasinan. That's Calasiao, Pangasinan. That's a small province in the northern island of the Philippines. The northern island called Luzon. So yeah, just to keep you guys posted, that's possibly where we will be going. Just so I could introduce him to my uncles and my aunts and my cousins. And then he has nobody to introduce me to in Korea, but we'd love to go there since he has not been back there since.
Since I was 9 years old.
Why do you want to go back to Korea? You wanted to take me to where you used to play or used to live?
Yeah, the playground that I used to play at. The school that I went to.
And you said something about a street where you got lost at.
Yeah, the street that I got lost at when I was about 3 years old. Yeah.
That's nice.
Penny Hiroshi asked, Sarah, does Justin get jealous? Tell us stories.
I think I remember watching a few movies and I'm like, oh my goodness. I forgot his name. Chris Hemsworth is so hot. I think I was watching Thor or something and I said, Chris Hemsworth is so hot. I was like, oh yeah? Well, why don't you marry him then?
Right, I used that voice, right?
Yeah, that's exactly how he talks when he's jealous. Oh yeah? Why don't you marry him then? So yeah, he does get jealous every once in a while, but not crazy, possessive jealous. Because he does trust me. I'd like to think anyway that he trusts me.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, honey.
No, because I think the question is, do I let you go on the bachelorette party with your friends?
Oh, okay.
I think that's more of a line of this question.
Do you think? Well, if that's the line of questioning that Penny Hiroshi was referring to, then you do. Justin does let me go on bachelorette parties, stagettes, baby showers, bridal showers, whatever you'd like to call them. He does let me go. If it's like, if I tell him it's just an all girls thing, I was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. But he would insist that he would pick me up. Because he doesn't trust me. No. He would insist he picked me up. That way he could make sure that I'm safe.
Freshify asked, how old is Justin?
Go, honey.
I'm 35.
Even I didn't know that. Just kidding.
So Arlene NYC asked, why would his sister have problem with your relationship? She never directly answered my question, what is my sister's problem with my relationship? Only thing she said was, when you get older, you understand what I mean. That's how she answered that. So I still have no idea.
Really? You really don't know why she think that way?
I have no idea, seriously.
You don't think she agrees with your mom?
I don't know why she would agree with my mom. That's the part I don't understand. I can talk about what my mom thinks, but I don't know if that's what my sister thinks. Because my sister never really answered that question.
What does your mom think, honey?
Our line of blood is sacred, and it's actually a bloodline of royalty, she claims. And that I should marry a Korean woman to preserve this royalty bloodline. Because my mom's last name is Lee, which back in 600 or 900 AD in Korea was ruled by the Lee dynasty, and my mom claims that she's a descendant of this Lee dynasty, and that if the king and queen system were still around, that my mom would be a princess, and therefore I'll be a prince. Therefore, prince must marry a royalty.
Meaning Korean, really.
Right.
Meaning out of my league, really. And what about your dad? What dynasty does he come from?
He doesn't have dynasty, or not that I'm aware of. I doubt that my sister really cares about the Lee dynasty back in 900 AD.
She just wants to agree with your mom? She just wants to go against you? Like, what do you think? But was your sister ever okay with any of your exes that you've dated?
She never said anything about... Oh, she didn't say anything about the Korean ex I was dating.
She did?
She didn't.
Okay.
But she did say something about my Chinese ex I was dating.
What did she say about your Chinese ex? She's
Same
not
thing.
Korean.
Yeah, same thing. She's not Korean. You thank me later when you get older.
So she said that about me then?
Yeah.
She's not Korean. You'll understand when you get older.
Yeah.
So there you go. I don't know about you, but I presume that she just doesn't... Her problem with your relationship with me is that I'm not Korean. That's it. Like I said, could it be that she's worried not because of the royalty dynasty thing, but that your lineage, the person, the family, your descendants who are carrying your name would not be pure Korean? And you're basically tainting the Korean name that you have, or that your family have been looking after and holding near and dear to their hearts and cherishing all these years. They've worked so hard to keep your lineage pure. And Sweet Angie Girl 1 said, I find it very interesting that he doesn't speak Korean very well, but his accent is so thick. Then Peko Peko responded with, I'm curious about that as well. Maybe they only speak Korean at home and he retained his accent while learning English. Make fingers. There was another very famous person who grew up in similar circumstances by the name of Henry Kissinger. He was born in America, Kissinger. He was born in America, but because his dad kept such a strict hold on his life and his interactions that he learned to speak English with a German accent. Justin, did you grow up in a similar environment?
I don't know exactly how it happened, but I have a few guesses.
Okay, go.
So maybe when I was learning English, maybe I was copying it off of my dad because he was speaking English with Korean accent. That's one possibility.
Okay.
And when I was learning English, I always carried the Korean English dictionary with me. What I would do is, right next to the word, I would write the transliteration of the word in Korean. So that would help me figure out how to say the word. But I actually wrote it down in Korean.
So you're pronouncing English words.
So when I look up the word hospital in the dictionary and I look at the pronunciation key and then it says to pronounce it as hospital. So then it's, and then hospital, I would pronounce it like that.
So cute! Oh my goodness. One of the reasons I fell in love with him is his Korean accent. So adorable.
At home, I always spoke Korean with my parents because my mom doesn't speak English and my dad speaks broken English with a very thick Korean accent. So at home, he doesn't want to speak English at all, even though he knows that myself and my sister are more fluent with English than with Korean.
They said something about they find it interesting that you don't speak Korean very well. Would you like to talk on that? Like if you grow up in your household speaking to your parents in Korean, how come you don't speak Korean very well?
Well, when I came to Canada when I was 9, I stopped reading Korean books. I stopped studying Korean. So my vocabulary stopped there when I was 9 years old. So that's why I talk Korean like a 9-year-old kid.
But your parents never, growing up over the years, you said that you only speak to your parents, you and your sister speak to your parents or converse at home in Korean.
Right.
So why is it they never corrected your Korean grammar if you feel like...
It's not that I don't have bad grammar. I have a grammar of 9-year-old.
And your parents never corrected you when you were 15 that, you still speak like a 9-year-old, you should have said such and such and such.
No.
They never corrected you.
Right.
Lovely. I find that curious as well. Like if they've ever wanted you to end up with a Korean spouse or fiance or girlfriend, why would they not try to teach you to hone your Korean speaking skills better? Do you know what I mean?
I think at that time learning English was more important.
To them.
Yeah, because I was in ESL class and their priority was to get me off the ESL class as fast as I can. That means learn English as fast as I can. That means stop worrying about learning more Korean, just focus on learning more English.
Interesting. And you said something to me one time when we were dating about how you had no Korean accent and then it came back. That's another one.
That's far-fetched theory.
Okay, but go for it. Share with the world, honey.
Okay, another far-fetched theory is when I was younger, maybe 13, 14 years old, maybe I didn't have thick Korean accent. Because at that time, I don't remember people having a hard time understanding my accent.
What accent did you have?
I don't know. I only started noticing people having difficulty understanding my accent when I was in my early 20s.
In college?
Yeah. But that's the same time that I started watching Korean drama and listening to Korean music heavily. Maybe that's when I picked up Korean accent because I was repeating after them or whatnot.
And yet somehow it's stuck.
And it's stuck. So it's really far-fetched theory.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh, and when we're speaking Korean at home with my parents, I would use Korean pronunciation of the English words so that my parents can understand that. For example, so in Korea we don't have our word for coffee. So we say copy. And every time I would say the word coffee, instead of using the English pronunciation, I would make sure to use the Korean pronunciation of the word and say copy.
Fair enough. Sounds like a little bit of everything, really. It's possible, right?
Mercy E asked, are you guys planning on learning each other's languages in the future? I picked up few words in Tagalog just because she says it so often.
Like what?
When she wants me to do something, she will count.
Isa,
Dalawa,
tatlo,
apat.
lima.
That's as far as
And that's as far as he goes. So then he loses that bet.
Do you know any Korean?
Do I know any Korean?
you know any Korean?
Do I know?
Do you know?
Yeah. What do I know? 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. I remember like that. Like through word association helps me a lot to remember. So 안녕하세요. But then I say like 안녕하세요. And then
Potato 하세요.
potato 하세요. And then tomato 하세요. When we're shopping for groceries. And then what else do I know? Oh, 감사합니다. And I know kimchi, and I know bulgogi, and I know bibimbap. Hey, I know way more than he does, right? Ask him to say good morning.
You can't even count in Korean.
I can count.
No, you can't.
I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? No, but yeah, I think the question was mainly whether we're planning to learn each other's languages, because not just picking up on them.
Right.
And the answer is we have discussed that once we start a family and have children and all that, we do need to incorporate as many languages that we know or share as many as we can with our children. For the sake of our kids, I would love to be able to converse with them and understand their conversations with their dad in Korean. So I told him, honey, if I'm going to teach our kids Tagalog and Arabic, you're going to need to pick up on that as well. Otherwise, we could just sell you right out. We could just badmouth you behind your back, you don't even know, or to your face and you don't even know.
And as for me, I hope to learn Tagalog soon. I haven't started.
Soon. So,
Danya asked, are those lash extensions or falsies? I want lashes like that. OMG.
oh, and I feel so bad. I don't have any left. So yeah, yes, in my previous videos, in our previous vlogs, I did have lash extensions on, but they've already fallen off. There's literally like I think 2 strands left here and 1 strand left there. But yeah, they were lash extensions. I have so much difficulty wearing falsies because they just like start to peel off at the corners. I highly recommend lash extensions because, oh my goodness, they are such a revelation for me. I've only discovered lash extensions at the wedding fair. Teddy bear face said, ooh, and then started speaking, I believe, in Spanish. She said, oh my goodness, please bear with me, you guys. Su mamá se ve como si tuviera algún ancestro español, and then a smiley face. Okay, to be completely honest with you guys, I do not speak Spanish. I think this lovely person is asking about or mentioning about how my mom looks like she has Spanish ancestry. The truth is my mom does have a Spanish heritage somehow. I can't remember. I think her dad is pure Filipino, my grandfather, right? Mom's side. And her mom, my mom's mom, is actually half Filipino, half Spanish. So yeah, in a way, my mom was quarter Spanish, which would make me, my sister, and my brother 1/8 Spanish. Oh, thank goodness, I have a math whiz right here.
And which will make our future kids 1/16 Spanish. Diane Newdow asked, is your mom remarried?
And the answer to that is no. My mom has made a pledge to herself and to us, her children, that she would never remarry after her marriage with my dad had ended in divorce. She said from now on she's just gonna live the rest of her life, enjoying being single. Well, she's not very good at staying single. She actually enjoys company. So she's just dating. She's been in a few long-term relationships, but not married to any of them. And yeah, some of them worked out. Obviously they didn't work out because my mom is currently single. Yeah. She's not seeing anybody in particular right now. She's just enjoying life. Just Positive has asked, is his surname Park?
I think this is the answer to your question. Because you said we were gonna have a park wedding.
A park wedding. And yeah, you guys are so smart. Oh my goodness, nailed it. He's not the only one who said it, wasn't it? There were more people. Oh, Soniful also said, his surname is Spark. Ha 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 ha. I love the pun. Gosh, you guys are clever. I love how Sarah always brings it up since the last video. Haha. Peace, y'all. I'm sorry if I said it. I mean, brought it up too much. Female also said, will Park be your new last name? So kudos to the top 3 responses over there. It is true. You guys are completely correct. His surname is Park. So yeah, that's why we thought that we would incorporate a bit of pun to our wedding. We're like, yeah, we're gonna have a park wedding, and see how many of our friends actually figure it out.
Nomi Somi asks, where did you get that pink jacket from?
My pink jacket, more like a formal type of blazer. I got that from, believe it or not, Urban Planet, y'all. It was really cheap, like I don't even remember. I think $17. I'm calling it a great deal because I got so many compliments on this jacket. So I love it.
And you used to work at Urban Planet. Tony P asked, did your mom teach you how to cook Filipino food? Adobo, lumpia, sisig? Since you're Muslim, I assume you don't eat pork. But there is a lot of pork eaten in Filipino food. Lechon
pig is so good. Alright, Tony P. Did my mom teach me how to cook Filipino food? Yes, she has. The problem was I was lazy growing up, so I haven't actually picked up on her recipes word for word. I do know how to cook adobo. Actually, most of the food I ever cooked for Justin is Filipino. If not Sudanese, it's Filipino. My mom and dad would take turns. My mom would cook Filipino food, no pork in it, of course. And my dad would cook Sudanese food, no pork in it, of course. It is possible. So adobo, like you said, I cook it for Justin in chicken adobo. Lumpia, there's vegetarian lumpia, there's chicken lumpia, there's shrimp lumpia. Lumpia, by the way, you guys, is spring roll. Sisig. So sisig, there actually has recently been what you call bangus sisig, which I have discovered in Dagupan City in the Philippines when I was there for college. Bangus sisig is just milkfish sisig. Filipino recipe. So it does come in fish form. It doesn't always come in pork. Although Justin has tasted sisig in pork. Not a fan?
Oh, no. It was alright.
It was alright. He loves adobo though. So yeah. Never tasted lechon. He has. And you didn't like Gem Mystical.
Says, is that your real hair? Yeah, this is my... I need to take this off.
You wish. I'm guessing you're referring to me, Gem Mystical, and yes, this is my real hair, unfortunately. Unfortunately. I know. So a lot of people like my hair, they compliment me on my hair, and I'm really, really grateful, you guys. Love you guys for that. Appreciate it, but I don't like my hair. I prefer straight hair. I wish, like, I envy ladies who have silky straight hair because it shines. My curly hair does not shine. Thanks you guys for being so sweet on the comment section there, complimenting me on my hair. I have straightened it a little bit today, just the top part. Left the rest of it naturally all over the place like that, but yeah.
Esther Kirby asks, I don't understand why you would want a ceremony if you're not religious. Why not just go to a courthouse? How does your mother, who is Catholic, and dad, who is Muslim, feel about it? I know it's your day, so how are you dealing with that?
What of any faith will your children be?
This is not criticism. How would you encourage or advise prospective couples who are faced with this situation?
We still want to go ahead with a ceremony because we want a meaningful ceremony.
We want our marriage to be witnessed by our friends and family.
Yes, and our union.
And you get to have your experience of all the eyes on you.
And we want the experience of exchanging our vows.
Our vows will be to each other, to take care of each other and love each other, as opposed to promising to God that we'll take care of each other.
And we want a park wedding ceremony. That's the whole point. If we have a courthouse wedding, our last name has to be Court. How do they feel? Mom doesn't mind. Mom understands completely that it's our day. And so, our day, our way. My dad is a Muslim. How does he feel about it? Stay tuned. Remember how I told you guys? He actually gave us his blessing. He's going to come all the way here, fly all the way here, and be there at our wedding. So, yeah, I don't think he knows it's going to be non-religious, actually.
But don't forget, his blessing comes with an asterisk.
Asterisk-y. What of any faith will your children be?
I'm not gonna introduce any religion to them. If they learn about it on their own and want to be a Christian or want to be a Muslim, then that's fine, but I'm not gonna encourage them to be a Muslim or encourage them to be a Christian.
The way Justin was raised was he was actually not raised by his parents.
I was raised by wolves.
No, I mean, Justin's parents never raised him or his sister to have a religion, right? They never introduced religion in your lives. We're just not gonna personally introduce religion into their lives. We're going to let them discover it on their own. So if they happen to go to school, you know, make friends, I'm sure, and learn about religion through conversations with their friends or through curiosity. They have that personal curiosity, and then they ask us questions. We tell them, you know, like, we wish we knew more about, well, at least because I have a Muslim background, I could actually talk more on that. But of course, I would tell them that I'm not the best person to talk to, like, you know, like, find out. They should be old enough by that time. If they're questioning about religion, they must be old enough to understand and make up their own minds as to what religion they'd like to follow. So if our kids decide, you know, I felt a calling, or I totally relate with the Christian religion, by all means we're going to support them, right? And then if they say, I totally relate to Islam and the Muslim religion,
or if they say, I totally relate to atheism, I support that too.
Right. So yeah. Oh honey. But yeah, we're not being completely frank and honest with you guys in hopes to attack anybody or to criticize or to judge anybody who does have beliefs, religious beliefs. We're not doing that. We're basically, we respect everybody around us, and we most importantly want to teach our children to respect other people's differences as well, to respect other people's cultures, religious beliefs. So yeah, that is our hope for our future children.
Vicky G asked, both of y'all are fine. Either of you have a single brother in his 20s by any chance? Asking for a friend.
So Vicky, do you have a brother, honey?
I don't have a brother.
I do have a single, well, I guess he's not single. Single in the sense he's not married. I do have an unmarried brother. He is 23. He's the youngest of my siblings. And he currently, I believe, has a girlfriend. So, one of these days I'll introduce you guys to my brother. Oh, thank you for the compliment, by the way, Vicky G.
60s, 70s asked,
Hi Sarah, I would love to hear about the years you spent in the Philippines. Did you stay with your aunts and uncles? How would you describe your relationship with your mom's side of the family? Did you form long-lasting friendships there? All positive memories in the Philippines. Thank you for that comment, 60s, 70s. You asked whether I stayed with my aunts and uncles. Yes, we did live in the same compound. So we have a main gate, and then there consists 3 different houses behind this gate, all relatives of my mom. So the main house, nobody's lived there because it was just newly constructed at the time. So it was just me and my sister. And then the 2 houses behind us belong to our uncles. One uncle who's a cop. These are all my mom's brothers, by the way, and his family. And then my other uncle and his family, I think he works in the municipality there. Yeah, basically works in the government there. So yeah, they were both guarding my sister and I, making sure we're safe. They practically raised us to make sure that we go straight to school every day, on school days, obviously, and then we come straight back home. If we ever do need to go hang out after classes, we always call them, text them, ask for their permission. If they say no, we respectfully decline our friends' invitations and say, sorry, our uncle said we can't stay out, so we're gonna have to go home. Really, 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 truly enjoyed living in the Philippines. We have made and built long-lasting friendships over there. We're still friends to this day. We communicate through Facebook every once in a while, whenever I have the chance. And we also call each other every once in a while on birthdays. So yeah, definitely lots of lovely, lovely people there in the Philippines. Very friendly, very helpful. Yeah.
Catherine Mark asks, if your dad does not come, who will
Walk me down the aisle. My mom would walk me down the aisle. I've already discussed that with my mom. I said, Mom, you know, I love my dad. Wish I could say I trust him completely, but there could be a chance that he would not even make it to Calgary. So yeah, if that does happen, will you walk me down the aisle? And she said yes. Rooney Ramos asks, Sarah, by any chance is your mom an Ilonggo or from Iloilo City, Philippines? The reason I asked because you keep calling your sister Manong and that is my dialect. Hello, Tito Rooney or Kuya Rooney. So, no, actually my mom is from Calasiao, Pangasinan in the Philippines. It's a small city I'm sure you're familiar with in Luzon. So yeah, my mom speaks Pangalatok. Understands a little bit of Ilocano, but unfortunately she's not Ilonggo, she's not from Iloilo City. Haven't been to any of those places. It'll be interesting to check those places out. Also, the reason I call my sister Manang, I understand in most dialects in the Philippines, Manang means like older sister, so it's a form of respect, almost like ate, synonymous to ate. But I actually call my sister Manang playfully because she teases me and calls me Yaya, which in our dialect in the Philippines, Yaya means maid or like a personal assistant or something like that. Someone who caters to her. So she calls me Yaya, hoping that that would mean I'd have to cater to her needs. And then I call her Manang playfully because in our dialect, Manang means old lady. So that's what I call her because most people mistaken her to be older than I. She doesn't smile as much, so then I just tease her that way. That's my comeback. Shanti Higgins
asks, what is the name of the 3D company? The name of the company that makes 3D figurines is called 3D Tech City Place. Did I get it right?
3D Tech City Place.
Or is it 3D City Tech Place?
No, I think it's Tech City Place.
Ginny 6 Giggles asks, I'm glad you're okay and that everything is fine. By the way, your blouse is so cute. Where did you get it? This is your blue blouse, I think.
Oh, my sky blue striped and white blouse. Where did I get it? Thank you for the compliment, Jenny 6 Giggles. I got it from the Philippines.
I got it from the Philippines.
I got it from my mama. But yeah, I got it from the Philippines. There's a lot of, you know, when you shop at different department stores in different countries, you tend to find something really eye-catching. And the nice thing about shopping in the Philippines is most of the designs there are different from the designs you see in the States or in Canada. And not only are they different, but they're also really affordable. So highly recommend you go to the Philippines to shop there. They have a lot of cheap and really cool places as well. Ashanti Higgins again. Did they call for prayer when you lived there as a young child? I'm guessing she's referring to when I had lived in Dubai. If you meant, Ashanti, that you're asking whether your children had to respond to call for prayer, then there's a certain age group. The thing with Muslim parents is they try to make sure that their child at as young an age as possible incorporate and understand the ways of living as a Muslim into their daily lives. So yeah, at age 3 or 4, I believe, we watched our dad pray and we would mimic him, you know, as kids, how children like to mimic their parents. That's basically what happened. We would mimic him and then he would try to teach us at that young age. But I believe by age 8 is when we actively practiced as a Muslim, as regularly as dad did. Not necessarily understanding what we were doing, but we were just following in his footsteps, and we were able to actually complete an entire prayer with all the rakas religiously and properly. Not necessarily understanding.
Rakas?
Rakas are just like parts of the prayer, steps, certain steps. Like round 1 is 1 raka, round 2, like that. So yeah. But at that young age, at 8, also, I think we started fasting properly, the proper way, without cheating by drinking water in between. By age 8, we're able to do that. But before that, before age 8, my dad would allow us to take bites of food. He wouldn't want us to pass out at that young age, of course, and he would encourage us to drink water if we really feel like we're about to pass out. But by age 8, we were fully capable of fasting for the entire month. Well, not the entire month, as you know, it's like the 12 hours of each day for an entire month. So yeah.
Hot damn.
Dang.
Military Rap asked, where did you get the cherry blossom top? I'd love to get one for my wife.
Aw, thank you, Military Rep, for that. My cherry blossom top. Oh boy. Actually, where did I get it? No, my mom actually owned that blouse when she was still skinny. When she was a lot skinnier than I, and I stole it from her. No, she allows me to go through her closet and wear whatever I want, and if she wants it back, she would ask. If she doesn't want it back, she doesn't. So I'm always hoping, fingers crossed, that she never remembers. No, she's actually proud. Whenever she sees any of her daughters wearing her blouses, her pants, or whatever, she's very proud, and she tells like all the people around her, that's my blouse. My daughter's wearing my blouse. So yeah, that's actually mom's, and I'm not sure where she got it from. I wish I knew. I'm really sorry. I think it might have been from one of her travels. It might have been from like the Value Village here in Calgary. So yeah, I'm sure there are lots of lovely tops out there.
Value Village.
VV Boutique.
It's a thrift store.
It's a thrift store here, believe it or not. My mom, when she first arrived in Canada, knew that she had to save every single penny that she has towards supporting my sister and I financially through our nursing degrees in college. Single-handedly, by the way. She sent us through school single-handedly.
And you say your mom's proud if you wear her clothes. Is it
Yeah.
because that she can say that I'm as skinny as my daughter?
Pretty much. Like, see, we're the same size, or I used to be that size, something like that.
Tony P asks, just wondering, do you guys carry any debt, school loans, or do you own any property? Try to save money when you can.
Thank you, Tony P, for that advice. Really, really helpful advice. Do we carry, let's go one by one, do we carry any debt?
The mortgage on the house.
His
That's
house.
pretty much it.
His
yeah.
house.
We don't have school loans. That's already been taken care of a long time ago, right? Own any property? Just the house.
Try to save money where you can. Definitely. Thank you so much for that. Actually, I did have debt. Come on, we're not perfect. I did have a lot of debt. Dustin here helped me get out of that credit card debt. He helped schedule every month from your pay. You're gonna put this towards your credit card until it's fully paid off. And I think it was $16,000 in debt before I met him, or while even seeing him actually. And then he taught me to stick to the strict schedule, and I was able to pay all my credit cards in full. So all good to go.
Georgia Melendez asks, I wonder if either of you know whether or not your families, Justin's parents and siblings, and Sarah's dad and half-siblings, are aware of and watch your YouTube channel. So as far as I know, nobody in my family are watching.
As far as I know, my sister and my mom are the only ones watching. And my mom only watches when I'd remind her to. Especially her video, like whenever she'd get positive comments or compliments on there, I'm like, Mom, this person said this about you, just to help, you know, boost her happiness even more. I love my mom to death. So yeah, as for my dad and half sisters, I don't think so. I don't think they're watching. I try not to bring it up. But yeah.
Understand.
Yay! Thank you so much, you guys, for all your comments, questions, violent reactions, compliments. We appreciate every single one of them.
Are we gonna mention anything about the wedding?
Let's veer away from the wedding for a while. Yeah. We'll surprise you guys one day. But anywho, next vlog we'll probably do a couples challenge.
I have no idea what we're doing.
Yeah, we have no idea what we're gonna do. So if you guys have any suggestions, please feel free to place your comments in the comment section below. Let us know what you'd like to see. We'll do our very best to cater to your requests and figure out which one of y'all had the best suggestion when it comes to a couples challenge you'd like us to do. So yeah. Love you guys as always. Thank you so much for subscribing and for watching and for bearing with us and for loving us. Even though you don't really know us and we don't really know you, we hope that one day we get to meet all of you guys. Hopefully one day.
We do?
We do. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. We should start that. Like take a selfie with whoever recognizes us.
Okay, so far only one person recognized us.
And we panicked.
You panicked. No, you don't. You don't know us.
You don't know? I don't know what you're talking about. No. We said, yeah, that's us, but then we didn't know how to react. We're like, I think it was at a McDonald's drive-thru. I'm so sorry, girl. She's really pretty. Oh my goodness. I feel so sorry. I feel so bad. I was like, honey, maybe we should have gone back and said thank you. But, you know, it was a drive-thru. It's not like we could, like, just...
I think we were more shocked
than she was.
Yeah. We were so shocked that somebody recognized us.
I know. She recognized you first. She's like, hey, I know you. You're from YouTube. And then she peeked even further and saw me in the seat beside him, in his passenger seat. And she's like, hey, Sarah. And I'm like, oh, hi. And then, yeah, we were definitely way more shocked that anybody recognized us. So... Shout out to you, girlfriend. Hopefully we get to see you again so that we could do a selfie and show you some appreciation for following us, for watching us, and for recognizing us. We'll definitely try to go back there. Love you guys. Enjoy your day. Belated happy Valentine's Day. Hope you had a good one. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.